Hey guys, Kelly Fisher here. Change your radio frequency, part 2. Like I spoke of, watch part 1 in the Mind Power Library here. Changing your radio frequency. Like I spoke of in part 1, if you're on 95.5 and that's your anxiety, that's your stress level, that's your signal you're receiving, and the solutions are on 107.9, learning to change your focus is why we're here, that we're in control of that focus. And you have to, like I spoke of, slow your mind down to the speed you're living. Meditate, retrain, refocus your frequency on the solution, and then you'll get answers for the solution. Reason it's part 2 is because in part 1 I spoke of receiving. We're receiving a signal of vibration, and we're also transmitting. That's what the brain does. It receives and transmits. And the transmitting part is what you're projecting out is actually what you're attracting back. It's a loop. In other words, people say, once I get a new job, once this relationship gets better, once this and once that happens, then I'll be happy. And 95.5, that problem I won't be on anymore. And that's just not the way it works. For example, anytime you're on 95.5 and you're feeling that frequency of negativity, go in the bathroom by yourself and look in the mirror. Look at your reflection. Your reflection's you're physically about 3 feet from the mirror, and then another 3 feet is your reflection inside the mirror. And just watch what you're projecting out and see your expression on your face. You're bummed out. You're on 95.5. What you're emitting out is bouncing out that mirror and coming back at you. You have to realize this is the way it works. And most people that want to change once the job changes, once the relationship gets better, that's like looking in the mirror and seeing your reflection looking down and bummed out. You want the reflection to change. You want the outer appearance to change, and then you'll change. And looking in the mirror, it doesn't happen that way. You have to smile, and then the reflection in the mirror is going to smile. Same concept. Once you slow your mind down to the speed you're living and meditate, change your frequency to 107.9 where the solutions are, and then you just come up, it will come down to you. This is how frequency works. New ideas. I call it bringing down original thought in my L-shaped technique that I teach. And when you bring down an original thought, that little spark is going to be like, oh, that's 107.9. God, I like that song a lot better. You mean I actually have a choice to focus on that? Yes. And then you go in the mirror and look, and you're smiling because you have opportunity. There's a glimmer of hope. So changing your radio frequency works both ways, guys. We're a receiver. We're bringing down this information, and we're projecting it out. The crux of down and out, remember, is you. It's where you're physically vibrating at in the universe. So you have to slow your mind down to the speed you're living physically and literally change your vibration, and then change your radio station and project out a new station and a new song and a new dance, and get out there and sing and dance. Just change it. We have the power to change, guys. We have the power to refocus. That's why we're here. It's one of our God-given abilities on this planet, with our level of consciousness, with our level of frontal lobe activity, prefrontal cortex, where we design this stuff. It vibrates literally at a different frequency when we get into this. Learn to slow your mind down, guys. Refocus, and your life will change. It has no choice but to change, just like when you're happy and you look in the mirror and the reflection is smiling. That reflection has no choice but to smile. That's how your life is going to change. Keep focused, guys.